All right, hope everyone had a good month. Some big changes going on here. For those of you that have been with me for a while, my blog has been specific to downtown Las Olas area. As my territory has expanded, my business has grown, I'm covering all of Fort Lauderdale now in this blog. You're gonna find out that honestly, the trend that you've seen in downtown and on the aisles kind of carries through to the rest of Lauderdale. So as we go through the numbers, they'll seem a little bit larger, but proportionally they're kind of the same. So for everybody else that's been around Fort Lauderdale, that's been asking me to do the blog that wasn't in, or give the data that wasn't in the zip codes that I normally cover, welcome. And let's just get right into it. First and foremost, let's take a look at the number of homes actively listed, 2,328, down from 2,400. So, you know, down slightly, 3% year over year. It's still an extraordinary amount of inventory for sale. And if we're ever going to get back to some kind of a seller's market, we're going to have to dig out of the amount of for sale inventory, or we're going to have the number of closed sales on a monthly basis accelerate. If you look down December of 2016, there were 326 sales. December 2017, 285 sales. So we're down almost 13% year over year. Look, I'm trying not to be doom and gloom, and I understand that all of the national statistics say that right now we're in a seller's market. The reality is here in Lauderdale, it really runs by price point. Lower dollar price points, still a seller's market. Higher dollar price points, buyer's market. As always, the caveat, if you're looking at waterfront, non-waterfront, condo, single family home, everything has a different price point. So please get in contact with me if you have a question about a specific property type or area, and let's really go through the data specifically for you. Next thing I want to go through here is average price per square foot. $307 a foot, December of 2016, $345 a foot, December 2017, so up 12%. Again, as I've always said this, more waterfront property that sells in Lauderdale, the higher this number is going to skew to the upside. I give it to you guys just as an overall metric. You cannot buy waterfront property at $300 a square foot. Please don't call me and try to do that. But it's just something that I want you guys to get a feel for the overall market. And again, these statistics do include townhomes, single family homes, and condos. So take everything here with a grain of salt. What I am going to start skipping that I've done in the past is median home pricing. The reason I'm going to skip it is because it really doesn't apply. Look, if you're looking at a condo in downtown and you're looking at a waterfront piece of property and you're looking at something up, in Imperial Point, the numbers, they're not going to match one another. So median was just getting kind of lost, and I don't feel like there was any value in giving it to you guys. Of course, again, if you're looking at a specific zip code or anything, I can always pull the data for you. So as always, if you have a question about something specific, please get in contact with me. But let's move on to, again, something that's been a trend that I think is important for sellers to know. So properties December of 2016 were taking on average 91 days to sell, now 105 days to sell. So the time to sell your property's gone up by 15%. You can look at the positive and say, okay, in November of 2017, it was 113 days to sell, now down to 105. I hope that trend continues. But the other problem is, if you look at the actual price that people are paying versus original listing price, they're paying 91% of listing price in November, now down to 83%. Again, a lot of this, I've said for a while, has to do, there's a lot of junk on the market that's overpriced. There's stuff that's just sitting there way too long because sellers aren't being rational with price in a lot of circumstances, and agents are listing them at any price possible, which skews the market to the upside. But the important thing to take away when you look at this is if something is taking on 90 days on average to sell, that's just time on market. That doesn't include your time for closing, time for financing, everything like that. You're looking at a 5 or 6 month run in a lot of cases to get a property sold. Last thing that we're going to look at, longtime readers know my favorite metric to look at, months of inventory. 7.4 months of inventory, December of 2016, 8.2. December of 2017. The reason this is important is to show you quickly kind of a back of napkin calculation. Are we in a buyer's market, seller's market, or neutral? Neutral market is 6 months of inventory. Less than 6 months favors sellers. More than 6 months favors buyers. So if you're looking at this quickly, you would say Fort Lauderdale on the whole, we're really looking at a buyer's market. Again and again, segmented by price point. Lower dollar price point, you're going to find very low months of inventory. Higher dollar inventory, you're going to find much higher months of inventory. So it is all relative, but nevertheless very important to look at. So that's what I got for you in a nutshell, guys. I'll reiterate what I said last month. If you're a first-time home buyer, then right now I really think let's go, get in touch. It's time to get in the market. A lot of investors, I'm still seeing a lot of these units come to market where people bought them during the downturn or bought them in the peak of the market and now are either taking a tax loss to sell or some other motivating factor. But I do think we're going to see a lot of inventory staying and coming to the market this year. Again, if you price your property well, won't sit on the market that long. If you price your property poorly, you're going to be out there for a while. Of course, if you have a great agent like me, you get it sold quickly for close to listing price. So I hope everyone has a great month, and we'll see you next month. Take care, everyone.